Still circling. Oh, there we go. We are live. So I am live today with the fabulous Felicia Shanken. Felicia has agreed to speak at the Health and Wealth Expo Live Summit taking place May 15th and 16th in New Jersey. And this is going to be, we were just talking about how this is going to be such, I'm going to take my glasses off, guys, for the glare. I was just telling Felicia about that, the glare. This is going to be such a spectacular event. We were just talking about how we've just confirmed Bilal Little. He is going to be talking all about the stock market. So if you have not registered yet for this event, you are in for such a treat. I mean, some of the feedback that we got from the last expo was that you wanted more. We wanted more conversation on investments. Well, guess what? We're bringing them to you. So you're going to be overwhelmed with investments. Felicia today, she's going to be talking about marketing. For those of you who have been following me with the 30-day challenge, today is, is speaker takeover. So we're going to talk with Felicia right now. Later on this evening, we're going to be talking to Amanda Lowe, who is the CEO and founder of Lowe Consulting. Amanda has a huge background in human resources. So you'll see her later. But right now I want to talk to Felicia and want to know, something that I've been talking about with the 30-day challenge. I've been talking with, the listeners about going from burnout to wealth building. And, the first week was really all about talking about burnout and how it can really limit your earning potential, knowing how to identify it. And now I really want to start going into like what the wealth process looks like. And one of the things, I don't know if as nurses, right? I don't know if we understand how we can replace our income with a side business, right? And I gave an example yesterday about starting a business is how, like, just doing an income, right? Doing a salary, have taken a nurse who has like a $92,000 a year salary, and some may be more, some may be less. And I kind of just went into that middle mark and showing how you can get that same income in 6 months. And it's the same thing, but you have to have certain processes in place and you have to know how to market. And that's where, your topic of discussion comes in, because we're not just showing you how to start a business at the expo. We're showing you how to start and scale your business. That's why we're going to have the American IV Association is going to be talking about, the healthcare law aspect of running and starting a business. Because when you start healthcare businesses in particular, these are medical practices, right? So, and I'll say, for instance, not all of them, but I'll say, for instance, like if you're offering services like IV hydration, if you're offering services like mental health as a nurse practitioner, these are medical practices that you're running. So, or if you're offering aesthetics, this is a medical practice. So you need to know the laws behind running these type of businesses, but you also need to know how to market your business so that it can stay in place. So Felicia, thank you. Thank you so much for joining. I mean, thank you so much for not only joining me today, but joining the lineup of speakers. I think your topic is just going to really be like that icing on a cake, so to speak, that we're going to need.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
tell me. So let give a brief introduction of who you are, and let the listeners know why you agreed to speak at the expo.
Well, as Dr. James say, and thank you for that wonderful, wonderful introduction. When Dr. James asked me to be a part of this, it only made sense. My name is Felicia Shanken. I am the founder of the Philadelphia Women's Network Connection and also PWNC Foundation. So right there tells you I love working with women, helping them upscale their business and everything. So I want to backtrack a little bit because I have a background in the healthcare field as well. I was in radiology for over 20 something years. I'm a New Yorker, so I graduated from Bellevue Hospital in radiology, started doing CAT scan, ended up in Philadelphia with a job of 9.5 years working with the veterans, which I loved. And then I went back to school to Gwyneth Mercy University and got my nursing degree, an associate's degree. So that's my background. So it only made sense to me when Dr. James told me what she was doing about the Health and Wealth Expo. Two things that are very important: health and wealth, leaving that generational wealth for your family, breaking those curses, and your health. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything. And I just felt that it was important, not only for nurses, but for everyone. Your health is your wealth. Think of it that way. So I just thought it was a no-brainer to say yes. And I am so glad to be a part of this 2-day summit. And trust me, you want to be in the house. You do not want to hear about us talking about it, and then you're going to be like, oh man, I missed it. You want to be there, to be front and center, to get those nuggets, those tips, and those tools that we're going to be giving to you on those 2-day summits.
Absolutely, absolutely. Share a little bit. I mean, I know what you're going to be talking about, and I'm excited about it. Like, give a little sneak peek as to what you're going to be sharing from the marketing perspective.
Absolutely. Okay. So my talk is going to be about the foundations of online marketing. Okay. We all know, and if you don't know, now you know, that marketing should be a big part of your executive plan, your business plan. If you are not marketing, you are not getting customers. If you're not getting customers, you're not in business. You're not in business, then guess what? You're not making any income. And that's the reason why we are in business, correct? To not only make income, but to make an impact in people's lives. So marketing is huge. Now, you can have the best product, you can have the best service, but if you don't know how to market it, nobody cares. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take you and give you like the foundations of online marketing. And what I'm saying about that, like in today's world, everything is digital. Okay, people are looking at their phones. We got 3 seconds of attention span and everything like that. So you have to have a strong online presence in order to be successful. Trust me, what you're not doing, your competitors are. And that's why they're winning, and that's why you're not. So what I'm going to be talking about is ensuring that your business can be easily found online, setting up your success for the right digital tools, leveraging word of mouth marketing through customer reviews. Now that's what you want. That's huge, because if a customer loves what you're doing for them, they're going to share it, just like anything else. Think about it. You go to a restaurant, the food is delicious. What do? You tell your friends and family. You go to a movie, you love it. What do? You tell your friends and family. It's the same thing about your business. Okay, so we're going to be talking about understanding the power of organic versus paid search, doing those paid ads on LinkedIn, on Facebook, how to maximize them, not that you're wasting money, and also improving your findability to attract more customers. What are you doing to attract customers? What is your end result? Now that you have the customers, what do we do with the customers to retain them and to have them come back time and time again for your service or your products? So these are some of the things I'm going to be talking about. I'm not going to tell you more. You want to know more, you're just going to have to come in here.
I love it. I love it. And I love how you talk about, word of mouth. And,
Yes.
word of mouth, I mean, people can say what they want to say
Right.
about word of mouth, but word of mouth have taken my business very, very, very far. And to your point, if people don't know what you're doing or what you're offering, and word of mouth has been, for me, it has been life changing. But
Yes, yes,
but
absolutely, absolutely. There's a show that I watch, and I'm sure a lot of people know about. It's called Shark Tank.
uh-huh,
It comes on
uh-huh.
Fridays. It is one of my favorite shows. Mark Cuban, I love him. If I ever get the opportunity, Mark, if I ever get the opportunity to work with you, I'm there. Okay. One of the things that Mark Cuban says when they're doing their pitch is, I want to hear about your marketing. He doesn't care about anything else. And social media. What are you doing on social media? Okay. It's all marketing. If you're not marketing, you are not going to be successful, because you have to stay front and center in people's faces. If you're marketing once a month, I'm not going to remember you. If Dr. James, I'm seeing her every week or every other day, and she's talking about her service and products, guess what? When I need her service and product, who am I going to call? I'm going to call her. I'm not going to call her competitor, because I see her every day. The consistency, she's consistent. And that's what you have to be when you're in your marketing. When you are doing your budget for your business, a budgeting plan, The biggest in your budgeting plan should be for your marketing, whatever that looks like, whether you're doing ads, because not, everybody doesn't have the luxury of word of mouth, especially if you're just starting out. So how are you going to get customers? How are you going to get people to know who you are? How are you going to keep your brand front and center? You are your brand. So these are some of the things that you have to think about when you're marketing, and you have to think like a customer. If I was a customer of myself, what am I looking for? When I go and Google, what am I looking for? If am I looking for women networking groups? That's what I'm going to Google. Am I looking to buy popcorn, different flavors? That's what I'm going to Google. So you want to make sure that you have a website, because your website works for you 24 hours, 7 days a week. That is your business resume. I cannot tell you how many times I have gotten speaking engagements, how many times people have contacted me for being business clients, and said to me, I went to your website first. I read your website. I already know about you. Do you know how good that makes me feel? I don't have to work that hard. That's what my website is there for. So yes, so we're going to be talking about some great things in marketing, getting you up and going. And like I said, if you're not a seasoned business person or you're thinking about it, when I was in the healthcare field, I always had a side business. I was always doing something. And I've done everything from multi-level marketing to vending machines to event planning to everything you can think of before I got to where I am now. And it is because of marketing and word of mouth, and we're only 6 years old, that we have gone global 4 times now. So marketing is key.
Yes, yes. So Felicia is a trailblazer. So it's probably, and I'm not just saying that, she literally is. You were named like women's trailblazer. I don't want to say it wrong. I just know you're a trailblazer. But
Well,
you were
it
just,
was NABO, the National Association of Women Business Owners, the Philadelphia chapter, had awarded me the Trailblazer Award for 2025. Now, here's the thing. They had the ceremony last month for Women's History Month. Well, they couldn't give it to me because I was invited to come to Paris, France, to talk on an international stage to women there about different topics. So my topic there was not marketing. My topic there was resilient leadership, coming back to leadership after an illness. So that's another story. Again, I'll share that story when you come and see me and you hear my talk. But the universe has a way of laughing at us. And yeah, so, I forgot about that. And it just happened last month.
no, but this is really good. I want people to know who's going to be in the room, who they're going to be in the room with, I should say, right? And listen, why, I know why people should come, but I always like to ask, why should people come?
People should come because, again, your health is your wealth. Your health is important. We're living in a time now of uncertainty. We're living in a country of uncertainty. I don't know how many people are going to see this, whether it's going international or it's staying here in the States. I'm not sure, but we're living in uncertain times. And, people are worrying about a lot of things that they do not have control over. And I try to say, the things that we can do, we do. You can't worry about things outside of your realm. And, we have to take care of ourselves, especially women, because we are the foundations of our family. If we don't take care of ourselves, who's going to take care of us? Who's going to take care of our children? Who's going to take care of our husbands? So we have to make sure we're well to make sure that they are well. And, you gain the wisdom and the tips and the tools, and you get the opportunity to network with some people that you normally would not network with, and pick their brain and talk to them. What the price is for 2 days, the information and the wealth of knowledge that you're going to be getting, it's, let me tell you, you're getting a great deal. You're getting a
Invaluable.
phenomenal deal, not a great deal, a phenomenal deal, to have speakers in the room pouring into you and just giving you those nuggets. And not only that, for 2 days you get a way to escape from your life for 2 days and be amongst people and think about something else, think about yourself, and just have people pour into you and love on you. So, and it is not, again, only for nurses. Everyone is welcome. Marketing, everyone has to know marketing, should know marketing, and all the other topics that we're going to be talking about. So if I was you, I wouldn't delay. I wouldn't wait. I would get my ticket. This way I know I have it, and look forward to coming and having 2 days of great information, networking, and just, having a great time. I
And
know I am.
don't forget about the pitch competition.
Oh, yes, that's
Don't-
right. That's right. We can't forget
right.
about that. Well, I was also asked to be one of the judges for the pitch competition. So I believe that we're having the pitch competition for 2 days.
Yes, yeah. The pitch
Okay.
competition is going to go over 2 days. The winner will be announced on the 16th. The winner will receive a cash grand prize. The grand prize is going to be a monetary prize that you can put towards resources, marketing, right?
Now
You
look
can
at
put
that. And look
towards
at that. And if you
right.
win, you get your money back that you paid for the ticket. So,
There
I
you
mean,
go.
it's a win-win situation. Not only that, but you get some money towards your business. We all need money towards our business. Again, we're living in times now of uncertainty. There's a lot of things and programs that are being cut. It's getting harder and harder to gain money. So if you have an opportunity where someone wants to give you money, I
Right.
think you should do it.
You take it. You
It's
take
just a
it.
no-brainer to me.
You take it. So you're not only going to learn how to make money, you're not only going
Exactly.
to learn what to do with the money that you have,
There you
then you're
go.
going to have an opportunity to win money. So
Okay.
I'm just so excited about this event. So thank you so much. If you are watching, if you have not registered, not walk, right? Run over to Health and Wealth Expo live.com. That's Health and Wealth Expo live.com. You receive my ebook, Escape Burnout and Build a Six-Figure Business. And for this week, when you register this week, we're also giving you a health and wealth blueprint. Right. So it's a nurse wealth blueprint that you're going to see, and it's going to give you 5 steps on what you need to do to build your wealth. So head on over to healthandwealthexpolive.com, and I will see you on May 15th and 16th. Felicia, thank you so much for joining me. I just thank you so much. I mean, you just dropped quite a few gems today. So
Well, Dr. James, once again, thank you for inviting me. I look forward to being a part of this. Again, you guys, you want to be in the room, and especially with my talk of marketing, I guarantee you're going to walk away saying, wow, I didn't know a lot of those things. Now I do. Let me go out here and do what I need to do. So thank you. And we hope you guys come out. Can't wait to see you, meet you.
there you go. Well, thank you guys for joining. I see you guys later for this evening's live with Amanda Jackson. So I'll see you around 7 o'clock. Thank you.